My next guest is finally back in action October 15th, taking on Mana Martinez. It's Brandon Davis back here on the program. Brandon, how are you, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing awesome. I'm not going to be fighting in a few weeks here. We haven't seen you in a while, not since October of last year. For those who might not know, what's been keeping you out of the cage for so long?
I had an ACL tear, so I had to have surgery, and I got it back in January 15th. So when I fight, it'll be exactly 7 months to the day.
Wow, that's crazy. Did you hurt that? How did you hurt that in training? What happened there?
Yeah, I hurt it in training. It was before that fight. Every fight you saw me have outside of the UFC, or that I had outside of the UFC, was with a torn ACL.
Damn. Okay. That's crazy. So you obviously underwent everything. When were you actually able to get back to training full time? Because it's a pretty serious injury.
Probably. Well, I had to have a second surgery. I had surgery January 15th, and I had to have a second one March 17th because it got infected. So they just opened it up and cleaned it out and put me on antibiotics for a month or so. And then I was probably back to training full like a month and a half after that. So 4 months after, 4 or 5 months after.
Wow. That's crazy. Was there ever, I mean, it sounded really serious. Were you ever worried this would maybe jeopardize your fight career at all, just with everything that happened?
With what, the infection?
The infection, everything. Because, with your knees, you got to be really careful, right?
Oh, man, no. I mean, I planned on getting back to the UFC, so they would pay for it. So
right.
I mean,
okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. No, I wasn't sure about that. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so that makes sense. Was this the right amount of time off then, or were you maybe hoping to fight a little bit sooner than this? Tell me about the timing of this fight.
No, this feels right. I was hoping to have one maybe September, but October's 1 month later. I'm not worried about that.
Look like you got
feel pretty good.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Knees good, and a little ticky-tack stuff here and there.
Okay. And everything's feeling A-okay with the knee. No worries there, I guess, because like you said, this was the right amount of time off by the sounds of it.
No, yeah, knees perfect. I do everything: jiu-jitsu, wrestling, everything.
I know it was a year ago almost. Your last fight. What did you take away the most from that performance that you're bringing into this fight?
Man, let me see. Then I guess I can get TKO because I've never been TKO'd. Even though they knocked me out or everything, I still up and they stopped it when they stopped it, which is, I don't complain about the stoppage or anything. I don't know. Don't stand right in front of them. A person that's throwing so fucking hard. I don't know. That dude hits hard, and I figured I'd be able to take it and throw back. And he usually didn't put together combos with his punches. He just threw the overhand right. So I went to do a counter that we practiced at just for when he threw the overhand right, and I switched stances. I went to throw, and right when I did, he threw the other hand, which he never throws right after, and it caught me. But other than that, I don't know. Just I don't know. Don't stand right in front. Don't try to. I guess just go kickboxing or boxing with the dude that hits hard as hell.
Okay, fair enough. Let's talk about your opponent, Mana Martinez. How do you feel like you match up against him? He's got like a 9-3 record.
He's good. I think he's still kind of green. He hits hard if you stand right in front of him. Like I said, he puts together good boxing combos. But he has trouble when people move. He's not like a big kicker or anything, but he does switch stances. It does help him, and he's always pushing forward. So if you're not doing anything, it looks like he's winning because he's always controlling the cage or controlling the ring. So I got a few things that I plan on trying to use that I'm not going to try to give away right now.
No, totally get it. You have as many wins as he has fights. How much will experience play into this matchup?
I think it'll be pretty big, actually. For one, like I said, he doesn't adjust well during the fight. If somebody's doing something and they're catching him with it, they usually keep catching him with it, even though he has a really good coach in the corner, James Krause, and you'll hear James tell him to do this stuff in between rounds, and you go back and watch the fights, and he'll try to do it, but then once he gets hit again, then he kind of goes back. So I just plan on using that experience, like I said, to pick at him, and then hopefully get a finish.
Training camp, who have been some of the main guys that have been helping you get ready for this fight?
Alan Belcher is one of he's my boxing coach. We have a really good old D1 All American wrestler, Odie Delaney. He's a heavyweight in
I know
102.
Odie. Yeah, I've interviewed him before. Really cool guy and very talented guy over there in one championship.
Yeah. Him and he's my wrestling coach, and then I have another guy, Zach Spears, is my other wrestling coach. And then Mike Sanford and Bill the Grill Cooper, BTG. They're my jiu-jitsu guys that I do a lot with, high level black belts. And then I've had a bunch of good boxers come in, Devin Cushing and JJ Davis, and a lot of other people come in. So I'm getting ready everywhere.
I know you've been off for a while. Sometimes it's tough to maintain the weight. How's the weight cut going ahead of the fight?
Oh man, I'm lighter than I ever been. And
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, there was a one point. Wow, I had just gotten back to training like full time again, like 4 months after. Now I was already down to 145.7. I was like, man, I'm less than 10 pounds out of fight weight. So I'm right where I need to be. Right now I'm about 152, I believe. And usually right now I'm about 165. So I'm looking good, feeling good.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
It's going to be Alan, Mike, one of my jiu-jitsu guys, and then another training partner of mine, Trey, what is his last? Trey Wimbro.
Gotcha. How do you envision the fight playing out? Obviously, you said it there. You don't want to give away too much, but what's your prediction for this fight?
First round, we're gonna come out. He's gonna move a lot, but as long as I'm moving and not just standing right in front, then it's gonna take him a while to try to catch on. And I can land some good combos, land some kicks when he's switching stances, and maybe get a couple of takedowns, mix it up, make it MMA, and then hopefully second round I start to push a little pace on him because I think I have better cardio, and then after that hopefully get a finish in late second, third round. But if not, then just keep the cardio up going in third round and keep the pace. And usually he comes out in the third round if he's losing. He's even if he's tired, he comes out pretty hard. So I just have to make sure I don't just stand right in front of him and eat them boxing combos.
You mentioned the layoff there. Do you want to? I mean, this fight's in October. I imagine after this, depending if all goes well, do you want to get one more in, or do you kind of looking at next year?
Nah, if I can get December, I'll take December. November. Yeah, I'll take December.
Okay.
I do want full camps if I can get them. That definitely help, especially going to 35. Like the last one was actually the only fight I've had at 35 that was short notice. So I was surprised I could make 35 on short notice. That was pretty cool. But I don't want any more short notice fights. I've done them a lot of short notice fights. If I can make them all full camps, I'll take that.
Makes sense. Brandon, thanks for doing this, man. We're looking forward to seeing you back in the cage here, October 15th, UFC Fight Night. If there's anyone you'd like to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Chicken Pound on Instagram at the Chicken Pound. They are one of my sponsors. They send me a shit ton of chicken every month, and it's already pre-cooked. Really good flavors. My favorites like teriyaki, balsamic, and buffalo chicken. But I think that's like a big reason why my weight's all the way down now, because it's not like I'm eating some food that tastes terrible, and like it tastes really good and it's really healthy for me, so my weight's down. Gulf Coast Extreme Autos, I'd like to thank them. Big money sponsor down here that helps out a lot, and they make some badass cars. So if you're over here on the coast, check them out. And then everybody at American Top Team down here in D'Iberville and Gulfport, I appreciate all y'all for coming down and helping me out all the time, and all my coaches.